3D Christmas Owl Acrylic Nail Art Tutorial by Hotpinkzebrapolish.
Hi everybody! In today's video I have a very cute little Christmassy owl. So what makes him Christmassy is the fact that he's red and green, but if you want to make just a generic winter owl, just switch up the colors a little bit and keep the little scarf and you'd be perfect. He is just so cute. I love owls and I love owl nail art. One of my very first 3D designs way back when was an owl that had rhinestone eyes, and I've just kind of been doing owl stuff here and there throughout. So I hope you guys like this one as much as I do. I'll put past owl videos in the description box below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!
I'm going to begin with an overlay of a pearl white acrylic, and this is just like how I did my cardinal video, which was the last one I uploaded. I wanted to create a background that wasn't bright white because I wanted the bright white details on the owl to really stand out. So anytime you have kind of that situation where there's going to be white details on the art, you want to keep the background not quite as stark white. And then encase the nail with a layer of clear acrylic to make it nice and strong. Especially that pearl white I have isn't a color of acrylic, it's a 3D acrylic, even though you can use it for this too to add the color, but it's just really not that strong. Its strength isn't what it's made for. It's made for the application. So you want to make sure you do encase it to keep the nail from breaking. Then file the nail into shape with your efile. I started out with a coarse bit to remove any bulk, and then used a finer bit to smooth it out and make it easier to work on top of. Go over it just like so. Kind of even things out here and there. Then with a shimmery green acrylic, I'm going to start working on my owl. And whenever I sculpt an owl, unless I'm trying to go for realism, which I do have a realistic owl design that I did a while back, but I like to make their heads really, really large and their bodies really, really tiny. It's just the way I like to do things. Obviously, that you don't have to, but I think that that just makes them so unbelievably cute. So really nice, large oval head to begin with. And then after you have that head down, I took some it's a milky white color and just a little bit of it, and add a highlight around the eye socket area. So think of it as two circles within the oval. So you have the big oval and then that nice little eye area. Then I took really dark green rhinestones, and I'm going to give him his rhinestone eyes. And then add little ear tufts, little feather ear tufts with green acrylic, the same color you used for that first oval. So kind of a shimmery, minty, wintry green. Just like that. And this owl wouldn't have to be Christmassy. Like I said, you can switch out the colors and he can be whatever combination you would like. And then I decided to go with a glittery red for his body. Like I said, mine is very Christmassy, so I wanted to keep everything in reds and greens. So for that glittery red body, just create sort of a little partial oval shape. It's not the oval because it doesn't curve at the top, but the bottom is nice and soft. And then with a dark glittery green, very similar to the rhinestones I used for his eyes, I'm going to be adding two little wings off to the sides. Add his beak with black right between those two rhinestones. And that's just kind of like an upside down tear shape. All of the shapes on owls are very easy to replicate. They're very simple, common shapes. There's nothing too crazy on them, which is one of the reasons that I love sculpting them, because it's very easy to teach how to create an owl because it's all shapes that people know. It's, circles and triangles and so on. So it's really kind of a fun practice creature to make. And they're so cute in the end that you just can't quite help it. So then I'm going to finish my owl off with winter gear. And if you weren't making a wintry owl, this is the point where you could switch out your colors and then just skip the hat and the scarf. And there's so many different ways to sculpt a winter hat, but I wanted to make my owl look a little bit more proper, a little more formal. So I gave him a black top hat, just like that. Nice straight brim on it. And then add his scarf with white. So this is where I wanted to keep the background not that really stark bright white, because I wanted his scarf to really show up well. Almost kind of like Santa's trim on his outfit. And then with white paint, I'm going to start adding a couple little details on my owl. This one is not realistic, and that wasn't my intention, so I decided to add a little bit more fun details on him. So some polka dots around that eye area, just to kind of keep it casual, and then a couple little swoops across the red glitter for feather lines. Very, very skinny little lines there. With black paint, I added a couple little lines for the legs and then outlines. And the outlines, especially around the glitter, are super important just to crisp up the edges, because they do kind of get lost in the design. With the glitter, it makes them a little less obvious. Just add any outline you think is necessary going around, just like so. here and there to make the design really pop. A couple little outlines on that middle face area, the milky white zone. And then with red, I added a stripe across the top hat and then some stripes going across his little scarf. Apply a layer of gel sealer over the background to make your shimmery white extra shimmery. I love that background color. I think it's absolutely gorgeous this time of year. And then apply some matte top coat over your owl, being careful not to get any top coat over your rhinestones. You want to keep those as sparkly as possible. And that is it. I love this cute little guy. He's definitely adaptable for any season. Please share any recreations with me on Facebook or Instagram. I'd love to see them, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!